Good afternoon, everyone. So basically, we thought that it would be a really good feature to incorporate in the system to write all of your official letters and files that you write within the system for a specific company. That way, we can actually, control over all of our documents, control all of these letters that we are writing to other companies, or even sometimes internally in the system. We can actually write that and keep it in the system. The good thing about this is that you could actually come back to this file, make changes to it, and save it again. You could have different versions of this file. There's quite a lot of other companies practicing something they call document management system, and it's just a way for you to write your letters, keep them in a system, and it will enable a company to allow different departments that they have, so that they can have different templates, and it provides quite a lot of other good features such as templating, such as different language support, and so on. So the small difference between the document management system and file managers is that the documents contain all of these documents that are written on a daily basis, whereas a file manager is just it's just like a box, or it's just like a USB. You keep your, let's say, scanned images and stuff like that, not necessarily to write letters. So we thought it would be a good idea to implement something like that, and here is the icon. Now the icon is probably going to look different on your version, but the document is actually called document management. You could either click on this here, or you could actually look for document management. Okay, so document record, you could click on this. Alternatively, if you click on this, it takes you to the same place. So basically, the document records section, it opens, and if I were to click on this document record, it shows me the documents that have been written by different staff members at different departments regarding different subjects. So I have already created these files myself, and once you create a file, it will I'm just opening that. It will basically show all the required information here in one place. So for instance, this file was actually written by, it says you here, by me, and that's my name, and then basically it just tells the reader to whom it was actually written. So this is a good feature about this, it fetches the information automatically. So if I were to change that to this, it has updated the address, so the system automatically checks for the detail of the recipient's name, and contact numbers and stuff will be fetched and shown here and shown on a final document. So I was just testing the system earlier. I can either fetch the information from the existing contacts of the companies that I'm working with, or if I don't have that and I don't want to add the company's detail, I could just go ahead and type the name and here, and basically, and then provide addresses and stuff like that for the recipient here. Okay, so in such case, I could either have this part or that part. So I'm just gonna remove this one for now. Okay, so the other good feature about this is that the sender's details, which is the person who's actually writing the letter, you could fetch this information about you. So this is held at the HR module, and by clicking on that button, it shows you your details, so that when you send the letter, it's shown on on the top of the page, so that the recipient would have your details as well here. Okay, so you could also go ahead and change that if you like. For example, I've just put in my number as that there, so I can actually change this. So I'm just saving that. So then I come down, I put in a date here, the required date, and the issuing department. So basically I could put any department, so I'll just put operations. And if this letter is to do with any specific project, you can actually specify that, and you could also specify the purpose for which this letter was actually written. So we're going to go ahead and just select the information. So we could say request for engineering work review. We could actually, I mean, if you were sending this letter, let's say to a company, an engineering company that we're working with, so you can actually provide this title or reference of the letter. If it's internal, you could actually just go ahead and type. So basically, if I have got something that was purchased, I can actually write a letter to the finance department just to say, please process this payment. So in such case, the reference would be different. So it's up to you what you want to specify here. Then the system has also actually, so I'm just deleting this quickly. The system is also capable of defining some prepared templates. So you can actually go ahead and choose from those. So I could choose that, so it automatically basically shows you some text that's in the template, so that you don't have to write all of these texts every time you write a letter. So if you send it to finance, to the finance, then there's already this template. But in my case, I am just choosing this one. All right. So the other option is that if I decided to actually show my details on the top here, then I may not want to add this information below. I could just keep the top, or it's up to you. You could actually decide to show it below. I'll show you. So I'm saving that. Now this is some file I was working on, and you could, if you want to create your own, you will have to basically click on new, and this will be presented to you, and you can fill it in the way we did. So I'm just going to go back to the file I was working on, which was the document reference number 11. So I have saved that. If I am happy with this, I could go ahead and submit it. But if I do want to review it before submitting, I can click on that print icon there. Now I can see my letter is written. This header is automatically fetched from the system. I could actually change that if I want to, and the document record number is shown here. So basically this is for that company and that person. So if there was a telephone number, it would also be shown underneath there. This information again is automatically fetched from the system, and also your details also automatically fetched from the system. So here you can see the issuing department is operation, and project name is test, and it's issued for information as we specified earlier. So the reference gets shown here, and also a brief message paragraph there. And then in the end, automatically your details is fetched onto the letter here as well. So I could actually show a full page version of this, and this is what it looks like. So if I'm happy, I could just print this out if I want to print it, or I could actually convert that into a PDF straight from the system, and it will create the PDF and show you it. You can also save that and also have it as an attachment and send it to the people that you would like to actually send this document to. So yeah, I could print the document like this as well if I want to. So basically that's the feature that we've implemented. Now some other people would like to actually write letters in Arabic, Kurdish and other languages as well. Got a bunch of languages here, so and some may wish to actually also specify different letterheads as well. So you can actually turn off and on your letterhead or select a different letterhead if you wish, and you can actually do that in the document that you're writing. So I have just gone ahead and selected the general letterhead, but I could change that to this, and I can quickly show to see, yes. So I can have different letterheads here, depending on your preference. So I'm just going to quickly go back and change that to my letterhead. Just choose general and save my document again. So if you notice that every time I actually change a text, I let's say do this button changes to save. So you have to actually save all the changes you're making. And finally, once you've decided that there's no more change required, you could go ahead and submit it. Now, once you've submitted a document, you could also, let's do that actually. See, as you can see, you can no longer make change to the document that you have, but if you wish, you could actually, write another document. You could cancel that and then make further modifications to it. All right, so that's our document, and then we could go back. I'm just going to quickly show you some other documents that I've created in other languages. You see, these are all test data. See, if I were to actually write a document in let's say in Arabic or Kurdish, I could do that. Just going to quickly show you. So this is just an address of the recipient, and this is my details, and this information like we previously filled in, and that's the reference in a different language in Kurdish. So this is some text that I've just copied and pasted just so that it stays on there. So that is that. I could go ahead and save this document as well, and then finally I would like to see what my document looks like. But in that case, since it's my document is in Arabic alphabet, I have to come here and choose right to left. This is just to format your text here, and then in this case I'm using Kurdish. So as you can notice, all these will be changed to Kurdish. If I were to do that for Arabic, I could also do that. You can see that got changed and that got changed, and quite a lot of the parameters that we can set as well gets changed. Similarly, that is, if I were to full page view of this document, we could see that, and again, similarly, you could save that as a PDF file. Okay, so that's just a new module that's been implemented. It's a document module, and it's incorporated in the system. We could make further modifications to it. If you do have any comments, you could, just give us a shout, send us an email. We'll be happy to actually modify it as you need. Okay, so finally, we can actually see the documents here, and any documents with the status is displayed here.